In the fast-paced world of hospitality, what's the one thing that really holds it all together? It's leadership. But what happens when a key leader, say a general manager, leaves unexpectedly? Today we're going to explore how artificial intelligence is completely changing the game for one of the most critical tasks in hotel management, making sure the next leader is always ready to step in.
Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you, the students of the Europe Hotel School. My name is Julian, and I've spent my career working right at that exciting intersection of hotels and technology, specifically with AI. It's a real pleasure to be here to guide you through this module on the tech that's literally shaping the future of your careers.
So, here's our game plan for this session. First, we'll take a hard look at the old way of doing things, and, well, why it's kind of broken. Then we'll jump into the AI-driven solution, and we'll even peek under the hood to see how it all works. And most importantly, we'll talk about what all of this means for you as the future leaders of this amazing industry.
Okay, so to really appreciate why this new approach is so powerful, we first have to understand the problems with the old one. For decades, the way we picked future leaders has been filled with issues that can seriously hold back a hotel's growth and stability.
This slide really says it all, doesn't it? The contrast is just so stark. The old way was all about gut feelings, totally subjective. Decisions were made behind closed doors, which, led to that classic favorites bias. The modern approach, it flips the script completely. It's driven by data, it's inclusive, and it's based on cold, hard facts.
And this quote right here perfectly sums up that old way of thinking. A manager's hunch. Look, it might be a good hunch, and it's probably well-intentioned. But a decision based on "I think" is always a gamble. It doesn't have any real proof behind it. And what's worse, it often overlooks other fantastic candidates who just aren't as visible. That's where talent gets missed.
All right, so that's the problem. Let's talk about the solution. We're moving away from decisions based on opinion and into a whole new world, fact-based advocacy. And this is where AI becomes an absolutely essential tool for any modern hotel leadership team.
So what's the ultimate goal here? It's all about building what we call a ready bench. Just imagine a top-tier sports team. For every star player on the field, there's another amazing player on the bench, warmed up and ready to jump in at a moment's notice. For a hotel to be successful long-term, it needs exactly that for every single critical leadership role.
This brings us to a term you'll hear a lot, HiPo, which just stands for High Potential Employee. Now, in an AI-powered system, a HiPo isn't just someone the boss happens to like. No, it's an individual the data has identified as being truly ready for that next big step. The amazing thing is, the system finds these people everywhere in the organization, not just the ones who get the most attention.
So you might be asking, how on earth does the technology actually do this? It's not magic, I promise. Let's pull back the curtain and take a look inside the data-driven process that platforms like SAP SuccessFactors use to make this happen.
Now, this is really key. The system isn't just looking at one thing. It's performing a multi-factor analysis. It's pulling in data from all over to get a complete 360-degree picture. It looks at your performance history, of course, but also feedback from your colleagues, formal skill assessments, and, this one is crucial, your learning agility, which is just your ability to adapt and learn new things quickly.
And here's how that all comes together in practice. First, leadership identifies the succession pools for those critical roles. Think general manager, head of food and beverage. Second, the AI constantly chews on all that employee data we just talked about. Third, it spits out an objective readiness score. And finally, leadership gets to review candidate profiles that are backed by actual data, not just someone's opinion.
This readiness score, honestly, it's a total game changer. It's a clear number that tells you exactly how prepared a candidate is for a specific role. It completely changes the conversation from, "I feel like she's ready," to, "The data shows she has a 92% readiness score for this job based on these proven skills." See the difference? It's huge.
But the AI can also do something predictive. It can flag a flight risk. This is basically an early warning that one of your best employees might be getting restless and could be thinking about leaving. This allows leadership to be proactive, to step in and have a conversation to keep their best people, which is so much better than trying to win them back after they've already resigned.
Okay, so let's bring this all back to you. We've talked about how this helps the organization, but how does this technology directly affect your career after you graduate from the Europe Hotel School? This is where it gets really personal and, frankly, very exciting for you.
For you, this system means one thing above all else: fairness. It creates a true meritocracy, where your performance and your potential are what really count. It gets rid of that old favorites bias and instead gives you fact-based advocacy. The data itself speaks up for you and your growth. And by helping the hotel run smoothly, you become an even more valuable part of the team.
On a bigger scale, this whole process is about protecting a hotel's brand DNA. Every great hotel has a unique culture, a special way of doing things. By ensuring a steady pipeline of internal leaders who are verified by data, you make sure that core identity, that magic, is protected and passed down from one generation of leaders to the next.
If there is one single thing you take away from our session today, please let it be this. The modern hotel leader is a data-informed leader. Your passion for hospitality is absolutely essential, but your ability to understand and use data, that is going to be your superpower. It is the key to success.
So I'll leave you with a final question to think about as you continue your studies. When it's your turn to lead, when you have to pick the next generation, are you going to rely only on your intuition, or are you going to pair that intuition with real intelligence? The future of our industry belongs to those who can master both. Thank you.